Hey you guys, welcome back to Songwriter Sessions. I am so excited. I've got some of my favorite people in Nashville in the room tonight. Definitely one of my favorite duos called Radio Romance. We got Sam Hayes and Josh Gramling here tonight. We're gonna dig into my brand new single, South of Somewhere. If you've seen Songwriter Sessions before, this is our opportunity to take you back into the writing room where we can talk about some stories, just basically the process of writing the song, what it was like, some of our favorite standout moments in the room that day. Also getting to dig in a little deeper with who our incredible co-writers are. I'm gonna start with Sam because he's got the amazing radio voice.
Oh man, no pressure.
I think we all have been loving hearing him just talk this whole time. So Sam, for you, and I know it's been a while because weirdly enough, it's kind of hard to think about it. It's already been like 2 years since we wrote this song.
I was talking about that with my wife on the way before I left. I was like, I don't remember exactly when we wrote this, but I remember we wrote it downtown.
Yep.
And we wrote it, and that same day, one of Dolly Parton's old-timey like songwriter buddies was there, and I got to meet him that day.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. I remember being a really like cool afternoon. But I was like, babe, I don't remember when we wrote this. You know?
What for you in that write, if you remember, because I know it's been a while, and I'm sorry, I'm going to test your memory.
No worries.
Was there a standout moment for you? Was there anything, I mean, good or bad, like anything that like you felt in that write that maybe moved you or just stood out or was funny or just something that like you can take the audience back in and just bring them in that moment again?
You know, I'll say, I think as a writer, what I've experienced is writing choruses tends to be kind of where people start. You start, I think not all the time, but I feel like a lot of people come in and they have a hook.
Yeah.
And then around that hook, you kind of maybe form a melody or you build a chorus out.
Yeah.
So then it becomes, well, what are we actually saying? And the verses you can kind of dig a little deeper into the verses. And this is a fun song, and at face value, it's just kind of a fun like head bop song. Mm-hmm. But actually, the second verse, how fast we wrote that.
I know.
Sucker.
I remember that distinctly too. Just like whipped it out.
I remember us kind of already, getting that momentum because I think we wrote the first verse after we wrote the chorus, and the second verse was technically last.
Yep.
And so I just remember us writing it so fast and being like, kind of like in that downhill trajectory through it. I remember that. I remember being like, man, we wrote that in it was a minute and a half, 2 minutes. We all were like, somebody said this line, somebody said this line, somebody said, and we were like, wow, we just wrote the second verse really fast. I just remember that being incredible because, sometimes you have to sit there and it's just silence in a room and people are, just digging hard for something, and it gets so like just monotonous where you're just like, oh my gosh, nothing's sticking to the wall.
Right.
So I just remember being like, yay, we did that really fast.
So let's go to Josh before we start telling people how they can connect with you guys. But I want to hear from you. What for you was one of your favorite moments? What was something that just stood out for you? And again, it can be literally anything from like sassy, sad, fun, silly. I don't know. Just give me what your moment was.
Well, I'm pretty much just going to have the cliff notes of what you all just said because that pretty much sums up the whole day right there. Yeah. I mean, literally, everything I was thinking of just now, y'all just kind of covered. But I remember it being fun.
Yeah.
I love the hook when y'all said it.
You did? Okay.
And that's, like you said, it's right up our alley. We're beach writers. I mean, we've had one on every release we've done.
Heck yeah. I just love this. I am so happy to get back together with you guys.
Yeah, it's been a little bit, but we're glad to be back.
I know.
We're back, baby.
I love your energy. And I'm sure you guys are going to feel it through the camera, but these two are so special, and I just hope that, you make a point to go check them out, go connect with them. Please tell us how you can do that. There's going to be also their handles and everything in the caption as well in the YouTube video, but go ahead and tell them how you guys can connect and where you'd like to see them.
I mean, of course, all the platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, we're Radio Romance Music, and on Instagram, it's radio_romance. So please check all of that out. Yeah.
We're on everything.
We're on all of it. We got so much music out right now, and we're been writing a bunch to catalog for ourselves. So Josh and I are kind of figuring out a game plan, as he said earlier, and where our next steps are. So
absolutely. If you're a new listener, There is so much to jam and catch up on while we're waiting for all the new stuff. I will be waiting.
And of course, there's one with Jesslee. So you gotta listen
yes,
to that.
and we have, oh my gosh, yes, exactly. We have our song, which is Part of Me, which is one of our first writes. That was our first write.
It was.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Part of Me.
And we have more, I've got more stuff that we wrote coming out that's gonna be next year. I mean, you're gonna see a lot more of these guys, not only just with me, but for themselves. So get connected with them, start jamming out to their stuff if you haven't listened to anything yet, and stay tuned for what's coming. We're gonna go ahead and sing the unplugged version of South of Somewhere.
We'll do it.
I packed up all my shit today, watched them throw it on the plane, like you threw our love away. Oh well, I guess you didn't care. Time to go anywhere but here. I'm heading south of somewhere, popping airplane bottles on a JetBlue flight. Salt rim, salt air, gonna get to where I'm getting over you tonight. I don't know where I'll end up, but long as I fill my cup. South of somewhere, south of somewhere. It's a little red X on a pirate map. I'm gonna rock my floppy hat, acting single, drinking double. I ain't coming back. I'm heading south of somewhere, popping airplane bottles on a JetBlue flight. Salt rim, salt air, gonna get to where I'm getting over you tonight. I don't know where I'll end up, but long as I fill my cup. South of somewhere, south of somewhere. Ain't no worries when you're flying high. I'ma buckle on up and enjoy the ride. There's a palm trees are greener on the other side. I'm heading south of somewhere, popping airplane bottles on a JetBlue flight. Salt rim, salt air, gonna get to where I'm getting over you tonight. I don't know where I'll end up, but long as I fill my cup. South of somewhere, south of somewhere.